What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dookie Chan. Today I'm doing a review of Dolce&Gabbana Light Blue Intense. JK, this is just the regular version, the non-intense version. Here I have a quick sample, a 1 milliliter sample for Light Blue Pour Homme by Dolce&Gabbana. Now, I still have the Light Blue Intense version, but I rarely use it nowadays just because Light Blue Intense is a bit too heavy on the juniper and black pepper note. So I kind of gravitated away from it. But the other day, I was out and about in Williamsburg and I smelled somebody wearing Light Blue, but it was a lighter version, a less aggressive version. And that's when I decided, hey, I'm gonna try out the original Light Blue Pour Homme just to see if I like it more. Now this one is a citrus, fresh, spicy, aromatic, woody fragrance. Definitely has a quick burst of citrus in the beginning. That's why I think it's a great summer fragrance. It's pretty mass pleasing. The citrus note is undeniably like generic in a good sense. It's at an affordable price, it's comfortable and approachable, super fresh and clean. You can wear this pretty much to any occasion, the office, to a date. It really works in multiple situations, and when I go over the scent breakdown, you'll know why. And again, this one for a summer fragrance does have decent longevity and projection. Now, in terms of masculinity, this one is unisex in my opinion. I think you could also wear the female version as well. That one's very unisex. Now this one is not very loud in your face, so watch out for that. Get the intense if you want a loud in your face kind of fragrance, but this one, you're gonna get grapefruit, you're gonna get bergamot, you're gonna get mandarin, you're gonna get that noticeable juniper note, but that slowly fades in this original version, whereas in the intense version, the juniper, the pepper, and the rosemary stay for the entire life cycle of the fragrance, and that can be very strong. Whereas this one, it's a bit more citrusy, and then in the dry down and the middle notes, you're gonna get a bit more rosemary and woods and less of that heavy juniper fragrance. Now, I don't smell this quite often out and about, so in terms of the uniqueness for 2023, it can still be pretty unique. Everyone's gonna be wearing the intense version, big in your face kind of smell, but no one's gonna be wearing the more laid back version of this fragrance. Now, I did notice that this fragrance also has a similar issue with Light Blue Intense, which is if you don't like that juniper pepper combination, this one can be a bit too much and cause headaches. During my wear-throughs of this sample for this entire week, I wore it for 6 times total for a total of 4 to 6 hours. During that time, the first 2 hours is fantastic. I love the citrus and the green notes, very pleasing. Smells like an airy beach with lots of lemons and cocktails going around. A bit synthetic, but towards the dry down, you get a bit more of that greenness and that musk, and that's when the fragrance starts to really balance out and become this airy, cool summer fragrance that really reminds me of a nice sunny beach, but not intense in your face like its older, more intense version. Now, this one is quite intimate scent. You could smell yourself, definitely if you bring it up to your nose, definitely a 1 feet scent bubble. Good for indoors. Outdoors, I might struggle a bit because it doesn't have the projection. That's where the intense comes from. So Light Blue Intense versus the original, it's pretty much indoor versus outdoor fragrance, in your face versus intimate fragrance. Now this one is still one of my favorites for warm weather. I'll put it up in the rotation with Jimmy Choo Man Ice, Dear Homme Cologne, Chanel Allure Cologne. Definitely one of those type of fragrances. Definitely way cheaper. This one, definitely spring and summer. Longevity, so-so, but again, 4 to 6 hours in the summer, quite average. Definitely fresh. I would definitely rock this in my rotation, but as a signature, sure, this could be a signature fragrance for the office, for the daytime. Nighttime, it can also work as well. Now, the aquatics in this is on the salty side. You get a bit more citrus and airiness. Now, for this, you could get it for about $50 on a third-party site. Overall, it doesn't smell cheap. It still smells elegant, like a luxury brand. This I would recommend as a great starter summer fragrance. It's light, it's easy to wear, it doesn't turn too many heads, it's safe. That's why I think that's a fantastic starting fragrance. Definitely try this out at Nordstrom, Sephora to see what you think. If you like Light Blue DNA, but you don't want it to be too in your face, the original Pour Homme is perfect for me, very clean. Now, compliments. Because this is such an intimate scent, compliments won't be rolling off unless you're with your partner. It's kind of hard to detect if you're standing still. If you're moving around, it's more noticeable closer up. But if you're just standing still with this fragrance, it kind of fades into the background, and other smells in the environment tend to overshadow this fragrance. Definitely, as always, summer fragrances don't expect crazy longevity. There are a couple of hacks that you could do to extend the fragrance's longevity by an hour or two. But yeah, this one still classic. Reminds me of Acqua di Gio, a bit more citrusy, peppery, and green. Again, great rotation piece to have. Acqua di Gio, Dolce&Gabbana light blue, a Dior cologne, Chanel cologne, Jimmy Choo Man Ice. The list goes on. Definitely summer, spring, freshy. Great to have in your collection for those funner, sunny days. That's all I have, guys. Ciao.